And hello everybody and welcome back to ligaraketa, Day 2, Match Day 10 of Rocket Championship Season 4. I'm your host and cast Ryder alongside with Beasley Steven. How's it going?
Hello, very well. How are you, Ryder?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. How are you feeling today? Is there like any series that you're really excited for?
I'm very excited for the second match on the show today. Skill Arena versus Vicious. Very close mid-table match there.
It's definitely gonna be a close series. I really have a feeling about that because they are very close towards each other when it comes to the standings. But you don't know what's really gonna happen. Rocket League is always gonna be a predictable game. And right now we're gonna be starting with Puncture versus Ardnorth.
So a good little start there.
It really is, but seems like a bit of struggles for Ardnorth already. Just 20 seconds in, just welcoming so many shots and center balls.
Can he get anything on that touch? He can. If he can change it around there, it's going more central now. Mizzy Easy with a nice little clear there. Mizzy Easy, definitely one to look for the goals for this team. 38 so far.
The shot was just so close, but nobody was there to even follow it up. Now Alec just maybe going for an air dribble. It's gonna be Exile just deciding to go for a back pass, and Anthony with a shot. That was a smart play, but it just didn't work for them, and now Ardnorth with a quick transition, having 1-0.
Very quick on the counter there. Straight through the middle and in. 1-0, a minute in.
You know, they had their smart play going. That was very unpredictable, but the last shot, it was really crucial because they couldn't really get anything really threatening, and just it led to a quick transition. So for Ardnorth, even though they're just kind of struggling the defense, but they're just really showing their potentials when it comes to transitions and just being really fast to moving when it comes to moving all across the field.
Yeah, definitely. And now we've got to watch how they're going to come back from this after being 1-0 down.
There's still plenty of time remaining, and we saw that Puncture were having so many chances in the offense. I've seen them going for a lot of smart plays and maybe back passes, so they're still going to be having their chances as long as they're going to keep holding very well in the defense, so the lead won't be extended for Ardnorth.
Definitely, and if Ardnorth do win, this will be seen as an upset because if you look at it, 5 points from their matches, and there we go, 2-0 there.
Not sure what was going on in the defense. Nobody was back, and Mizzy Easy just waited for the ball to be bouncing all the way back. He just went for a simple shot, and that's going to be 2-0 already.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication at the back, and that will cost you. As I was saying, this will be seen as an upset. Definitely over having just the 1 win so far for Ardnorth.
It seems like they are already in a good start because 2-0 already for a team that hasn't really been showing very well recently. So I think, yeah, this could be the start that Ardnorth they are looking for. But the question is if they can keep doing this through the series. That is the biggest question.
Yeah, there's plenty of games to come, and if they get a few wins away, then they can shoot straight up.
Exile just going for the 50. Just steal the boost pad.
Looking that Anthony will maybe take over that, which he does. Gets a shot away, but saved by Mizzy Easy there. Alec looking to do something special. Unable to do that now. The counter attack from Ardnorth.
Sure, he had a good start, but he didn't want to get maybe too confident to the point where he just stopped communicating. We saw double commits happening in the defense, and the last man wasn't really prepared to be positioned in the defense, so that could be biting them really hard. So they still need to keep up with the communication, even if they are like having 2 goals lead. But still, you don't want to stop having communication because communication is very important when it comes to 3v3, and it's gonna be Anthony just putting one on the board.
Lovely little play there from Anthony, just reading that perfectly off the wall, straight into the central.
Just 1 minute and a half, so for Puncture, it's still possible for them to get an equalizer, so like I said, they're having their chances, but just the execution when it comes to the last touches, it's just like they don't seem to be there yet. Maybe it just, maybe something that is related to having a warm-up. Maybe it's just because it's the first game of the series, so maybe things will be changing later on.
Definitely, and only a minute left, being 1-0 up. You got to think, are the nerves going to start getting the best of them, going 1-0 up in the series? And they have. It's 2-all, bringing it back from 2-0 to 2-all there.
And you know, I was like talking about being too confident, and it seems like this is going to be the case for Arnov. It was another huge mistouch in the defense coming from Easy, who was already going for the ball really fast, and he just couldn't really get a solid control. And once again, just Puncture, they're able to capitalize on those mistouches. We have seen it there. It resulted in the first goal for Puncture, and right now it just happened once again, and that's going to be the equalizer.
Definitely, yeah, we've got 40 seconds left in this match now. Can anyone get a sneaky goal before sudden death?
It's going to be the last 30 seconds. Could be going to an overtime, but seems like Puncture, they showed some better signs in the offense. I'm not sure if that's going to be saying like this, because also Arnov, they're just feeling really good in the offense, so we have seen it happening, but just in the offense, just where things seems to be getting really hairy, and just like they can't really control it very well.
Definitely, we're looking, hopefully, now overtime, unless someone can do anything in this last second before the ball drops. Alexek looking to try and get it on the side, but doesn't go to it. It is now into overtime here.
First game of the series is going to be in overtime. Nobody was even expecting such a thing, because at the beginning it was Arnov. They just were doing so well, but now just things seems to be slowing down a little bit for Arnov.
And if they lose this, they're going to have to feel like they've been robbed almost, being 2-0 up and in a dominating position, to now at 2-2 and missing some shots that maybe they shouldn't be missing. Another save there from Mizzy. We've seen it so often.
Everybody seems to be trying to use the space they're having. Nobody's really rushing anything, especially in the midfield. Every team is just taking their time right now, so they don't really want to risk it, because the first game could be very important, and especially for Arnov, they had 2-0 at the beginning, and then they lost the lead they were having. So they don't really want to lose it, and I just get to jinx them as I was like talking about this.
As you said it, the goal goes in from being in a dominant 2-0 position to going 2-all and losing in less than a minute in that overtime. And Puncture takes the first win there in the series.
What happened? Like they seem to be in a really good track, but it just like, as I just say it, it just like happens immediately. Maybe the caster jinx is definitely real. Maybe it's not like just a rumor or anything, but we'll see. Like for Arnov, I think they still did very well, but it's just like things kind of looked very shaky in the defense. It seems like they were having a bit of panic. They were rushing some touches in the defense that's resulted in accidental passes to Puncture. So if they just like maybe look more calm in the defense, maybe things will be getting better, because in the offense, I think they're doing all right. So they are definitely the good spot right there. And same thing for Puncture, but Arnov, I think they definitely have what it takes to at least get a draw in the series.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen some very promising plays from Arndorf in that game. So the next couple of games, they might just need to rethink, go again, and just, I don't know, get to that point where they know they can play from. There was a few moments then where maybe they were missing shots they shouldn't have done. Maybe they were a little bit worried from being in such a dominant position where they were 2-0 up and had Puncture on the ropes.
Exactly. You also say that Arnov, they will feel like they got robbed, because the first game could have been a win for them. now it is going for Puncture, so it is a different game, so they need to have like positive mindsets. Sure, that's like a really tough way to lose once you're like having a lead and just you get to concede, like things go downhill for you. But it's like there's still plenty of time remaining for you. You still got 3 more games, including this one.
Indeed, and we... Now the first opening moments. We're back to the walls again for Arndorf, but they might have found some space, but Exile just gets that save across, looking to get it straight back into their end. Can Anthony do anything here? Shoots, but gets saved. Alex Sek goes up, again sends it to the center. Unable to find an end product though. Exile now, on target. Mizzy, another good save.
Again, it's just like game 1, where it just started with Puncture. They're just having so many shots right off the beginning.
A little bit of a mistake from Exile maybe there. Manages to get away the danger, but for how long? Tardilad back into it. Looking to put some pressure on against the backward. Mizzy is there, but misses. They're lying to you again. Open goal. 1-0.
Nope. So many players were like at the same spot for Puncture, and it just like after the ball, just maybe it looked like it was about to get cleared. It just like everybody just disappeared from the goal line, and nobody was there to stop the shot that was coming in. So they are lying to you. He had an easy open net goal right there. There's no way he could be messing up that one, especially at this level.
Definitely not. So now they're just gonna have that thing in the back of the mind. Is it gonna happen again? Are we gonna dominate? And are we gonna let it slip? Are we gonna go 2-0 down?
Those that are definitely the questions, because it's kind of looking like game 1 again if you just compare to what was really going on. We started with Puncture. They were having so many shots early on, but it was Arnov. They were the first to score, and this is like game 2, and once again they're having the first goal in game 2.
Yeah, if you look at the two teams now, you wouldn't have thought that Arndorf has only won 1 game all season.
It is definitely a tough championship right there. Easy. Just sending this one to the midfield. It's gonna be Alektek just trying to collect this one up. It's gonna be a huge miss, and it's gonna be blocked by Easy.
Exile with a shot there, but go on.
They just almost, you know, they dodged a bullet. It was like a lot of misplays, and that's gonna be Alektek.
They dodged the bullet.
Finally getting equalizer.
But then they just shot themselves in the foot. Double commit. Exile there, nowhere near. Alex Sek, a nice easy tap in.
Exactly, just the ball has been there, the orange side. We have seen defensive whiff and then followed up with a double commit in the defense. Just things got really chaotic for Arndorf, and that made them to concede a goal, and that's going to be the equalizer. So it's not going to be exactly like game 1, but the mistakes are definitely the same from both sides, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. It almost seems that in this series so far, Puncture needs to be, I don't know, down to start playing almost. Maybe Puncture are thinking, look, these guys have only won 1 this season. They're quite low in the table. We've got this win in the bag, but from being 2-0 up and 1-0 up, Arndorf aren't going to be as easy as Puncture might think.
I mean, I wasn't really expecting close games between these two teams, but what I know, it's gonna be Alektek just in 1v1 situation. It's gonna be easy with a clear. It's gonna be followed by the Exile up to the backboard, and Traded Lad just clears this one away to the corner.
Alex Hack with a miss, and ooh, is anyone going to get back in time? Yeah, Anthony just does. The captain gets back for his team to keep it at a draw. Now maybe Puncture trying to do some magic. Now across the backboard, is anyone there to see it? Anthony is, but it is saved as well. Exile looking to do something with it. Getting it back into the centre. Mizzy Easy with another great save.
Dear Bussetti is still able to get the touch to beat the defender from the left side of the field.
And
Still going for the other plays.
Almost getting the end product there as well.
The movement clear coming from Adnorf. They're doing very well with those clears recently. They're just having maybe better defense, maybe less double commits. It still did double commit there, but it looked like it was manageable, so nothing really was crucial for them to be handled.
Oh,
almost.
Golden opportunity there, wasted! Puncture could have finished it before the second consecutive overtime.
They're having their shots and chances, but just the accuracy is never there. It's like the accuracy was never in their favor at all from the beginning of the series.
If they lose this game, if they lose this series, it's definitely going to be something they need to carry on practicing to maybe get into those top positions. They're not 100 points away.
Another miss from the midfield. It's going to be Busy Easy. Just trying to put the ball to the blue side. They're just trying to create the pressure.
Anthony with the shot. Todd and Mizzy Easy both going for the save and gets it. Anthony though, just the pressure that Arda are under right now. Anthony, Alex Tech, does he get there? No, Tardalad goes, and on the counter attack, there's only Exile back right now. But that little hit to the side gives enough time for the rest of the team to go back. Exile now looking to push. Mizzy Easy with the block. And it's just going to bounce around in the middle of the field for a moment.
Really good 50. Seems like Puncture, they're having their really good pressure, but just seems like when the ball is cleared, it seems like the whole team isn't really ready for such a clear. So the entire team just tries to race all the way back because the net is just left wide open.
Alex Tech now with the ball, but Mizzy Easy again dispossesses him. Exile now with the strike. Can Mizzy Easy get it? Mizzy Easy with another save.
The nerves must be real. They're like to just trying to wait for the boost pad to maybe respond with the boost, but it just resulted in big confusion in the corner for Adnorf. But thankfully, they didn't really get punished for it. Now it's gonna be Anthony just trying to have a center ball. It's gonna be cleared once again, and they're lying to just trying to get the ball out of his own half. He gets to win the 50. It's gonna be Anthony once again just showing up and just putting the ball down to the corner.
Yeah, Anthony doing what he does best in the team, and that is saves. The top saves in his team. 58 so far before the start of this series tonight.
Oh.
And there whoa, there we go, Exile.
What happened again?
Let's have a little rewatch of this. Under the ball, Mizzy the first time missing the save that he did so well during the game. And it's a second consecutive game where Arndorf has been leading. That 1-0 lead that they did have at the start.
We're having close games, like every game is like gonna be close and just one goal difference only. But it just those mistakes, they look like they could have been easily prevented. They just need better communication, just maybe under pressure. They don't really handle situations very well. But we have seen both teams actually struggling in the defense. For Puncture, they just push really hard to the point where they forget about their defensive rotation. And for Arnaut, they just double commit and they get so many whiffs in the defense. They just always be rushing to the ball. So that's going to be leading to missed touches or just maybe complete whiffs to the ball. So maybe just you just take a quick second, maybe like even half a second to just calm down and get a better read and just maybe have better communication to prevent these mistakes, because honestly they're having their close plays, but just these mistakes, they shouldn't really be there.
Yeah, definitely. Now we go into the third match. A 2-0 lead for Puncture. Now it'll be interesting to see if Arndorf does anything different. They've been leading.
It's definitely their game. Yeah?
They've been leading. They've played at times really well. Few good goals, and again, looks like they're starting off well. Missy Easy there with the backboard hit. Tarded Lad tries to get a shot, but didn't have the power there. Lion to You and Missy Easy both went up. Missy Easy gets to that, looking to get that mid boost. But that gives Anthony enough time to hit that over to the Arndorf side. Playing in the colours of orange. Southern looking to centre it. Alex Tech there in the middle. Anthony blows up, so momentarily Arndorf down to 2.
There's just 1 minute in, nobody has scored yet, so it's kind of looking really different, and it's going to be a boom and clear. This could be really dangerous for Arndorf.
Their line 2 just gets there just in time from the breathing fire down the back of his neck.
He had 0 boost right there, so he just managed to grab the small boost pad so he could go for his jump, and that was a really tight situation for the line 2. Just under so many, under a lot of pressure.
Oh, and a close
call
there.
On the back as well.
Exile sending it to the centre for Anthony. Anthony off the backboard. Their Lion 2 has managed to get it clear and is looking to pump it upfield. It's now down to this to the side of Puncture. Puncture able to duke Mizzy there. But it's still looking quite dangerous for Puncture, as we've seen at the start of the 2 previous matches. Exile now. No one's back. Exile with an easy open goal for a 1-0. Remember, Puncture is 2-0 up.
Sometimes like the closest games get to be like, you get to see the most ridiculous goals, like just open nets and things like that. It's just sometimes you expect close games, like so many good challenges, so many good shots coming in from both sides, but it's just the goals, they don't really deliver. Seeing so many open net goals on both sides, and it's definitely not a good look. They're just showing really well in the offense and everything else, but just when it comes to the defense, the communication and the panic, they're just really showing.
Definitely, as we look at Puncture trying to assert their authority almost over Arndorf, almost with another goal there. This could be where maybe that the quickness, the unforgivingness that Puncture has is shown here against an Arndorf side who are looking at another loss.
Definitely looks like that. They're just welcoming so many shots once again, so the pressure that they had from the beginning just, I think it just disappeared, just because in this game it's not them who got the first goal, so I think that might be affecting their mindset, especially after they had the lead in every game previously and they managed to lose those games. So I think this is really hard for them to actually stay confident or just maybe even have a positive mindset. Another whip coming from their Lion 2, kind of putting his teammates in a really awkward spot. And once again, Puncture, they get to have the aggression.
As we look over now, with Puncture just clamping the pressure on, there is no release. It's just defend, defend, defend for Arndorf. There could very easily be a second goal very soon. And it does look like it's going to be Puncture with that second goal. Anthony now on the ball, looking to do some magic. Takes one out, doesn't get Mizzy. Anthony now just looking to hit it. Tarded almost had the tap on him. Missed there. But the Exile taking it all the way to orange net.
For Puncture, they just need to be pushing really hard to try to waste time as much as possible, because it is still a close game, even though Ardnov, they are struggling a lot in the defense. They have been trying to defend almost the entire time, especially in this game, but he just like got 20 seconds right now, so they definitely need to be pushing maybe a bit harder to kill extra time, which is definitely needed for Ardnov. Just gonna be the last 10 seconds of the game. It's gonna be the Exile with the center ball, but nobody's there to follow. It's gonna be Anthony with a shot and Exile with a redirect. That was so tight and close.
And that just wraps it up. 3-0 is going to be. Next match, Arndorf would just want to win just for a sense of pride, just so they don't get whitewashed.
It's either a redirect or a steal, but Exile, he just really wanted to secure it, and Mizzy Easy, he was like coming in really fast, probably at supersonic speed, trying to make the save, but the Exile just changing the angle of the shot.
And insult to injury there. They had the win wrapped up. 0 was on the timer. They wanted a flex that they could score another goal, so they did. 3-0 in the second game. The first game that Puncture is able to shut out Arndorf completely.
That is a crucial moment for Ardnov. They had very close games at the beginning, and now in game 3, there is nothing like that. It is not even close. Even though they had really good challenges from the midfield and upfield, but just in the defense, it seems like they got pinned down really hard by Puncture. And if you look at the amount of shots for Puncture compared to the saves, that really explains what really happened. It's just like Puncture, they were having the aggression and also the pressure, forcing Ardnov to stay in the orange side almost the entire time, which really prevented them to get a score on the board. Like, they get completely scoreless in game 3.
Now we've just got that one game left. It could be a 4-0 as we're looking at it. Puncture's last game as well was a 4-0 win against Risky Business. So 2 complete whitewashes in a row will do absolutely wonders for their confidence going into the next few matches as they try to climb up that table. Off we go for the 4th match of the series here. The final match. Alex Sek straight attacking that Arndorf side. Mizzy is...
Their only hope is to get at least 1 win in the series, even though they're not going to be winning the series. At least 3-1 is better than a sweep, of course, because they're really struggling with having positive results when it comes to the standings. So they're having their offensive plays. It just things never seem to be holding on very long for Ardnov. They just got on 2 goals lead or just maybe 1 goal lead, and it just what do they call like? It just the struggles they just keep showing, and they get even worse and worse almost every game. So having like 2 goals or maybe even 3 goals lead, that's nothing if you're still going to be struggling in the defense and you can't keep holding into the lead.
Yeah, definitely. You need to score more goals than your opponent in the very simplest form, and Arndorf just aren't able to do that. 2-0 up, lose 3-2, 1-0 up, lose 2-1, and not even a single goal in the 3rd match. And Mizzy Easy gets exploded there by Exile.
I think it's definitely the frustration, because it's really difficult to stay positive after having good starts, but the endings, they just don't really deliver. So it's really difficult to actually stay positive, and I think that's really the case for Ardnov. It's just 3-0 on the series, so it seems like there's nothing they could be fighting for at the moment, but at least just get 1 win in the series. They have been showing it, they have been able to actually win the games, just like maybe better defense and just maybe less whiffs and double commit. That's basically it. Just maybe take your time in the defense and just better communication.
Yeah, they're definitely playing
that
for pride.
Really going for it.
Yeah, they're definitely playing for pride now. Arndorf not wanting to get that clean sweep, and you know for a fact that Puncture is definitely going to want to get that sweep just to show that they are not to be messed with, not to underestimate them, because they will come and they will beat you, and they will get a 4-0. An explosion there!
Oh.
Exile there with the open goal due to the explosion. And as we've seen all through this series, Puncture in the driving seat. Another goal on the board, 1-0, and it looks like a whitewash is going to happen.
And you know, they liked it. He was like the only one in the back, so he was like already under a lot of pressure. So he just needs to make sure that his touch is going to be counting. But he didn't really get a good touch, and there was a demo coming out of nowhere by Anthony. And the Exile, he was having the ball, just putting the ball in. We're just halfway in, only 1 goal so far. Still not really over.
Definitely. Now we look at Arndorf trying to do anything to get a goal here. Mizzy Easy with the shot, but saved by Anthony. Looking at center, Exile straight onto the attack. But saved. Their Lions U now carries it, and it's an open goal. 1-1 there. If they're going to go down,
just gets to redeem himself after maybe that kind of misplay once again happening in the defense, but he's able to get something in the board for his team and is able to tie up the game, which is going to be the last game of the series. So this could be a moment for Arno if they just get to realize that it's still not over. At least they could walk away with 1 win in the series.
Definitely damage limitation now for the team, and almost scoop into a 2-1 deficit there. Not quite though. Mizzy Easy was able to control the ball in that area, but Exile now just putting on that pressure. Maybe a little bit annoyed that they conceded in the way they did. They're going to want to push to see something happen. Tarded Lad with the shot, but saved by Anthony again. And that's all. That was a close call there.
What a clear from their line team, who was facing backwards, yet he was still able to get to dunk or something to get the ball out of danger. That was quite impressive.
Definitely now Alex Sek looking to do something, but their Lions U is there to defend the ball. But it seems to constantly be in Arndorf's end, even when they have the ball. It's hard for them to get up other than the odd attack.
It really is. It seems like they're just trying to survive right now. It seems like it's going to be another overtime in the series.
3 overtimes out of 4. We're being spoiled for choice tonight.
Try the lad, just trying to get a catch, just trying to turn this all the way around, but it's going to be immediately a challenge, and Mizzy Easy just putting this one low, and then maybe a triple commit coming from Puncture right there. Not sure what happened, but just 2 defenders ended up flying to the other side, but they're still able to get their way out to danger. There was a huge opening.
There's the goal from their Lions U there. Taking it to 2-1 with only 13 seconds left. They do not want to be whitewashed.
I mean, why would you have 2 players on the wall to defend? You just like want to have somebody like maybe 1 on the wall, so that's also going to be preventing a lot of confusion. So that just resulted in a goal immediately, and also they're lying to you. It's just pushing non-stop from the beginning.
A little bit of miscommunication maybe there from Puncture, but as we see the ball hit the ground in just a moment, maybe, unless there's a goal coming, Alex Sek has a shot across the backboard. Anyone there? Exile unable to get the shot away. Flips backwards and unable to score there. And it finishes 2-1 to Arndorf in that game, which takes the series to Puncture at 3. Arndorf with 1.
Honestly, that was a great series. I wasn't really expecting a close fight, but even though it looked like Arndorf were trying to defend the entire time, but it was still a close series overall, but it just went exactly how I predicted. I said it was going to be 3-1 for Puncture, and that just happened. But for Arndorf, hopefully they're going to be showing up next time. They had a lot of good plays showing up. They really proved themselves that they can be competing, maybe even against like maybe high or mid-tier teams, and they're still able to climb up the standings. It's still not too late for them. They can still do it. Maybe next time they can be bouncing back harder. And that was the first series, as we're going to be preparing the next series, which is going to be it's going to be Skill Arena versus Vicious, and it's going to be a really close series. Both of the teams are very close to each other when it comes to the team standings. So it's definitely going to be a series that you don't really want to miss. So we're going to go in a short break, and we're going to see you guys there. Oh, everyone's just joining in so quickly. And welcome back, everybody, to the second and also the last series of today. It's gonna be Scale Arena versus Vicious.
Yeah, two teams that are very, very close. Both sitting on 14 points. 8th and 9th respectively as we hit off the game. Here we see NSX trying to put some early pressure on there. It wasn't to be.
This is definitely going to be the series for both teams right now, so they're just fighting to steal the spot and just also climb even higher in the standings.
Yeah, must win for both teams.
It's going to be Violent G having to play this one alone. It's going to be Anda just trying to pressure Violent G in the corner. Still able to carry this one over. And NSX just taking over. Just once again, Vicious there just trying to build the pressure early on against Scale Arena. They're just doing a really good job at keeping the ball on the blue side, but just no shots really coming on target so far. So it's still doing good enough for Vicious.
There you go, and ENGG there, trying to get it away. And straight up.
Violent G almost found the target right there. Just I saw that he took 2 shots basically, and just every time he just bounced it off the post, and nobody was even able to follow.
Yeah, Skill Arena here in the blue. Vicious in the orange. A little bit of a quieter on the goal side start to the game compared to our last match between Puncture and Arndorf.
Definitely is, and we have been expecting a close series. Skill Arena versus Vicious.
Oh, and there we go.
Was that an on goal or like? I have no idea what's happened there.
We'll have a little watch for this. Azure with the pump downfield. Was that on target? I don't. Was it on target? I'm not sure if it was.
I think it was, but it just like I think he pitched it to the wrong way. Maybe if he was like a little bit to the right side, he was actually able to pitch it to the left so he could actually clear it. But the ball was like going in a high speed, so there was like barely any time for him to actually decide where to go. But they get to redeem themselves. It's gonna be in, putting this one in, and that's gonna be the equalizer.
Within seconds. Anything Vicious can do, Skill Arena can do as well. 1-0 down, and then straight back to 1-0. We're right back where we started here, halfway through the first game of the series at 1-0. Both teams definitely seen as a must-win almost. They're neck and neck with everything. This is one of the most level matches that you can have right now if you go on the league form basis. As we look here at Skill Arena looking to get that second goal away, but NSX trying to pump it away. ENGG looking to bring it down, maybe for a hill, who couldn't get there. Now they're looking to reset as Vicious comes onto the attack. ENGG able to get that there. Violin straight up to the side of Skill Arena, and it's going to bounce around in the middle for Ander to attack. Ander's going to look for a cross, couldn't get there. And
Another pinch.
Almost in, just a few inches wide of that right-hand side of the goal there. It could have been 2-1, but not to be. Ander and ENGG caught up on each other's wheels, trying to get across the way, but a nice little clear there from the Vicious team.
Look at the Azure. Just getting the 50 right there. It's going to be followed up immediately by Enda. It's going to be NSX with a pre-flip. It's going to be Violent G sending this one over to the blue side. It's going to be Ahel. Just really good midfield control coming from Skill Arena at the moment. They're just preventing Vicious from them to have their counter-attacks. So they're just doing a really good job at keeping the ball at the orange side. And this one is going to go in. Ahel just not to the fastest our most powerful shot, but this one surely it went in. That angle just itself felt pretty nice, and Bounty just tried his best to clear this one away, but he failed to do so, and that's gonna be Skill Arena stealing the lead from Vicious.
There we go, and oh so quickly how it can change around from being 1-0 down, then straight up to 2-1. Now, Skill Arena looking to box Vicious in. Skill Arena now starting to defend a little bit more. A miss there. If anyone got to the end of that, that could have leveled it up again in the first game of the series here now on the attack. Vicious looking to maybe do a little science sank in the middle. Skill Arena now against the backboard, and it's going to bounce all the way to the middle. Azor hits it. And it's all a one-on-one here. NSX managed to get the save away there.
18 seconds right now for Skill Arena. They're just still looking for that final nail of the coffin, but for Vicious, they need to find their ways to get the ball out to the orange side, but never mind, that doesn't happen. It's gonna be in. Just make it 2 goals lead, and there's no way of coming back on this one. 5 seconds, unless a miracle happens where you get 2 kick-off goals in a row. By the way, this happened once before. I was like, speaking of a miracle, and it just actually happened. They matched, a team was like down by 2 goals, and they managed to get 2 kick-off goals in a row.
But it's not going to happen this time as the timer hit 0. We're just waiting for the time to go. Skill Arena not settled with that 2-goal lead and really wants to get a 4th goal, which they do! 4-1 here, coming from 1-0 down to absolutely dominating the rest of the game at 4-1. 3-1 wasn't good enough. They waited till the timer was at 0, and as you said earlier, Rydro, just sticking another nail in the coffin that was already pretty well hit.
Well, what a finish for Skill Arena. This is a dominating finish for Skill Arena. So it just like, it was maybe 2-0, and they were like went down first in the game, but it's like they were able to maybe turn this all the way around, and 4-1 all the way at the end. He just managed to get so many goals in a row. So that was quite impressive for Skill Arena.
We're going to the second match here. Vicious taking a heavy loss in that first one. They're really going to want to remedy that as they come into this second match with Skill Arena. A solid kickoff to start it. Azor trying to get it away, but Anda has other ideas. Straight on the attack for Skill Arena. It's going center. And SX trying to get Sang on it. Couldn't do so. A lot of misses at the start of this game.
It kind of creates a chain where sometimes if you see a player missing, even if it's going to be your opponent, you also get to not get the read perfectly, so you also end up missing. And same thing for your opponent, or maybe even teammate who was supposed to be following you up after you finish your dodge.
And almost an early goal there for Skill Arena. Trying to look for that early lead, but it wasn't to be. Now Ian looking to capitalise, but NSX gets it away over to Skill Arena's side. Azor across the middle. A hill against the backboard. Anda there. Ooh. A great pass. He'll say it was a pass. Even though it may have been a shot, he'll say it was a pass, but he won't be complaining because his team is 1-0 up and is in complete control of this series so far.
I thought it was a 50 from the midfield, but no, it was actually a clear shot off the crossbar, and there was a quick follow from Skill Arena to put this one in. They're just not letting any chance to go to waste. So anytime they just see the ball just maybe right in front of the orange box, they just go for it immediately.
Skill Arena.
I've seen it happening in F1.
Skill Arena here showing that they mean business in tonight's match. Taking the first game of the series by the horns, and the second one they have not let off. Although NSX here looking to make some magic here for Azor. Azor with the shot. That's going to be cleared relatively easy. NSX though keep that pressure there. Over to Azor. Azor couldn't get that. Over to the middle, Violin. off the side there. Just a little bit of a panic there for Skill Arena in these seconds after scoring. But quickly a counter. And now Violin looking to Duke. Andrew out, but doesn't.
The best touch forced it to double commit for Skill Arena. You're exactly right, they were seeing some kind of panic when it comes to Skill Arena's defense. Not the best touches and just double commits happening all over the place.
Both teams know how much it would mean to their season if they can get a win on the other. It's so close in the table between these two, only separated by goal difference. There is a reason why Skill Arena has a positive goal difference of 14, and that is because they do not let up. As we saw in the first game, 3-0, 3-1, they weren't happy with, they wanted 4. They're 1-0 up here, they won't be happy with that, they want 2. When they get 2, they'd want 3.
The team is really hungry when it comes to climbing the standings. They're even just going for goals differential, not only just a win, so you really need to be extra careful when you're about to be playing Skill Arena.
Skill Arena will look to score any way they can against you. They don't care if they blow one of your players up, 2 of your players up, or the whole team. If they can score, they will. Ander here with the hit. Oh, and this could be dangerous. Oh, and did Violin save that?
I think he was going for a redirect. I'm not sure if that was going in, but it was like happening really fast. Like I don't think anybody was even going, was even expecting where the ball was going at. What's gonna be NSX with a shot? Oh, almost just went in. Just so close, just a few pixels away from to be on target. That's gonna be in the equalizer.
Everyone's at their panic stations at the moment, and oh, what a counter there. ENGG taking a goal to make it 2-0 in the second game of the series. After that immense pressure from Vicious, Skill Arena could just turn it on its head. One hit up. Score that 2-0.
That was a banger. You can see that the pass from Ael and just in with a quick shot right there to put this one in. It's gonna be Valentine responding really quickly, just a few seconds on the kickoff.
The mistake there from Skill Arena, that he opens the game right back up 2-1 with 1:05 left. If Vicious can get something relatively quickly, then the game opens completely up again.
Just 1 minute left. So
Violin with a shot and with a save.
It was just so like right in the middle, right at the defender as well. And it's gonna be another booming clear coming from Skill Arena, and you can see those touches, just like beating everybody from Vicious. Just those booming shots, clearing this one all the way to the orange side. And there was another follow. Like I said before, Skill Arena, they're just so fast when it comes to getting those follow-up touches.
Yeah, 2 goals in really quick succession, 1 for Vicious and 1 for Skill Arena, taking the total to 3-1 with 40 seconds left. You got to think that maybe Vicious might be thinking, we're not going to be able to win this, we're going to have to try and draw the series. Unless they can get a goal away here, which they do. Azor there! Azor! Another goal, 30 seconds left and it's 3-2. This is anyone's game. Another goal and we could head into overtime.
The communication is definitely there for Vicious. You can see that Hezer was just waiting right in front of the goal line, just waiting for his teammate to get the pass right at him. And there was a quick follow. Back again with 1 goal difference. 20 seconds left.
The captain saying this is the captain saying this is the goal. We need to score in it again. At the last few seconds. Panic stations for Skill Arena. And they're going to be able to clear it and getting it away. And unless Vicious can do something magical in the last second. Can they get it? Oh! NSX! NSX completely messed it up! Azor was there! Azor was about to hit it into the net.
This is disastrous for Vicious. They had 2 chances just at the same time. I was like speaking of how they're having good communication, but it just Valentine, he happened to be very close to actually take a decent shot on target, but just the communication wasn't really there. It just seemed like maybe NSX was like too narrow visioned toward the ball and just didn't even pay attention to his teammate. That could have been actually 4-3 if you're gonna be counting those chances if they were actual goals. That could have been the moment for Vicious.
The miscommunication there at the end, that could have been the difference between winning and losing. We know if you get the series back to 1-1, you can still win. You can win 3-1 if you win 3 in a row. But now, after that disastrous mistake there from Team Vicious, they're going to have to look to draw.
This definitely gonna leave a bitter taste for Vicious. It's just really difficult right now to stay positive and just try to shake this one off, because honestly that is crucial. They had 2 chances and they needed it the most. We have seen how fast they were to actually respond back at Skill Arena, but it just this communication.
And we've got a player that's lost connection here.
I think with the rules here at ligaraketa, so if somebody disconnects, they have to like keep going at 2v3 until the player actually joins back.
Okay.
I think that's how it is like. So this is how we always do it. So maybe Vicious will take a win and just make a use out of this situation.
Yeah, definitely a back to the walls performance now for Team Skill Arena. Being that one player down, that makes such a difference. I mean, players from the Skill Arena setup saying that they're unable to invite back, and now it's a 3v1.
Look at Vicious, they're just trying to extend the lead. They just, the moment they have their chance, it doesn't really care how it was done, as long as it's gonna be something in the board for them, and maybe that's gonna be helping them to climb up the standings. Well, they definitely gonna be taking it for sure.
Now, everyone's leaving. I don't know if this is going to be replayed. Maybe.
Yeah,
We've only got the one player left.
okay.
We've got Azur, the
I don't think we're gonna be doing 1v nothing,
well,
because it
nothing.
never happened before. Yes, so I think we're gonna have to actually recreate the private match.
It must be a replay, I assume. So we'll just go quickly to a break, and we'll be back with it.
All right.
Alrighty, and we are back after that slight problem, but it is still Skill Arena 2-0 up in this series, as we have all the players connected now. And a quick start there from Vicious. Vicious taking the lead early. 1-0 for Vicious.
He's able to stick this one in. He saw that it was 1v1 situation, and the panic from In, just maybe trying to go left to right, not knowing at which direction that Valenji might be shooting at, and just Valenji, it just didn't read that very well, and that's gonna be an early start for Vicious. I think they definitely need it, especially after how Game 2 ended. Like, that was crucial. It is definitely painful for Vicious.
Definitely Vicious now looking to draw the series. They can't win it after that massive mistake at the end of last game. I mean, if I was Azor, the team captain of Vicious, I would be seething. I would be very angry. I mean, I'm a platinum player and it annoys me.
I think it annoys everybody, like, regardless of the rank. Like, at these situations where you need at least to have communication. That's all what you needed.
Here we go. Now we're watching Azur now. As Ian takes it away. Skillerina's starting to box Vicious in now. But a great hit there for the Vicious team. And second goal! A second goal for Violin. A second goal for Vicious. And it's 2-0 here. Skillerina down.
What an angle from Violent G. He's just doing this all by himself. "2-0" and just looking really aggressive. And I think for Skillerina, maybe they need to be paying extra attention towards Violent G once he's going to be having the ball, because he's able to work with it right now. It's just being really fast and having the aggression, trying not to let that kind of maybe the feeling to be whole negativity. So just maybe trying to use what happened as a way to motivate himself. Maybe that's what he's trying to do, and it is really showing, having 2 goals already, putting Vicious on the lead and just looking to extend it even further. It's going to be Valentin with a shot, and it's going to be blocked by Enda, so it's going to be Ehel already going for the transition. It's going to be Ezra putting this one to the corner.
Violent G has really come alive this game. Looking at the stats for Vicious, he hasn't really topped any table in his team. Not on top goals, not on top assists, not on top saves, and not on top points. But how he's playing this game, he might be telling the teammates and the rest of the league, hey, I'm here, pay attention to me. With a shot almost going in for Skillerina. Skillerina again. And Ahil with the goal, the team captain for Skillerina, showing how it's done with the pass from ENG.
And everybody was overcommitted. They couldn't really be showing up right in time. We saw 2 defenders just flying to the other corner, and the last one was just maybe trying to grab the boost pad, but just didn't really have enough time to do so.
What a save, Anda.
That was like 90% in, and he was still able to get the ball out.
And there, the assist guru for Team Skillerina. Anda with the most assists for the team. And he could have kept Skillerina in this.
Just 2 minutes in for Vicious. They're definitely looking forward to another goal to secure their lead. As we're seeing close games, so it is definitely not safe to rest.
Ian!
Just having a lead. Oh, just sure what happened there. I think that was a great chance to get an equalizer.
They'll definitely be kicking themselves that they weren't able to guide that into that beautiful orange net. But NSX, the shot was on target, managed to get away. Azor also trying to get it cleared, but it's straight back into that danger area. Nothing was able to happen with that. Anda trying to pass it in, GG, but Azor right there. Ahil getting that loose ball. Back to NGG. NSX with a great save. Can Anda do anything with it? Anda has a shot. There's a bump away. It was just wide. And Anda in. 2-all. Anda did not let that go.
You can see Ahel just getting those bumps non-stop, just trying to harass the last defender, just not letting him go for the save at ease, and he just eventually created the space for his teammates, and that's going to be the equalizer for Skillerina. And for Vicious, it's definitely not feeling good again, because they needed something like that.
They were in a very commanding position at 2-0 up. But there we go, Ander. Another goal there to flip it completely on his head at 3-2.
I mean, nobody was expecting this. You know, like the first series, we said that maybe it's gonna be 3-1 or maybe it was gonna be one-sided, but they actually proved us wrong. And this is the second series, and where we get to expect things to be looking really close. Maybe once again we're gonna get proved wrong.
And in all fairness, Vicious has not played bad at all. Vicious maybe have missed a few, but if you look at where the goals have come from, it's been a bump, it's been a quick hit, maybe an almost out of position. Just remember, last game, they almost won it. They had that glorious opportunity at the end to equalise. And now, one match later and 3-2 down for Vicious. Vicious desperately trying to do something with 20 seconds left on the clock. But Skill Arena doesn't want them to get anywhere near their goal.
I think the curse lies on the numbers, because like it was 3-2 for Vicious in game 2 and they failed to get an equalizer. So I think once again just gonna be Vicious kind of looking like game 2 all over again, and definitely not the best game. And that's gonna be 3-0 for Skill Arena. We're gonna be moving to the final game of the series. And Vicious, they got so many close games, but just those finishes, like they were just completely lacking.
Yeah, so for a game that we thought was going to be fought tooth and nail, is going to be one of the closest matches we thought we were going to see. It's 3-0 now to Skill Arena. Definitely not something I thought while looking at the league, looking at the stats, looking at the players. Now Vicious looking at their win-draw-loss to 5 wins, 0 draws, and 5 losses. A nice 50-50 win-loss average, but that's not where they want to be. Skill Arena really showing that they have the edge going into this this last match.
So like that 2 goals lead previously for Vicious, but they just like their team play isn't really showing at their best, because those goals were just solo plays, and you can't really always rely on getting solo plays, especially at 3v3 in high level gameplay like this, for example. We have seen them getting some kind of passing plays earlier, maybe just like once or twice, but we definitely need to see those happening again.
Yeah, they
because
definitely
it worked so well.
They definitely took the foot off the gas in a way. Sorry for the bad joke, but they did. And now.
I mean, so for Vicious, it seems like they're just trying to find their way out once again against Skill Arena. The ball has been in the orange side for quite so long, just 1 minute in, and already these shots coming only from Boy, or maybe I mean not Boy, just maybe Al.
As we go over now, some attack by Vicious. We know Vicious usually are quite good on the attacks from what we're seeing this series. But Ander now. And Azur clearing it. NSX trying to get there, but ENGG beat him to it. And ENGG looking for the shot across the backboard. Ali, not a great shot. Didn't have that extra power on it via LNG. Able to get it away. And now Ander is going straight back to the net. I thought that may have been on target, but not. Via LNG now. With a shot away, and Ander clears it.
It's gonna be NSX having to clear this one away. Just once again, the ball has been on the blue side, and for Vicious, they keep having to defend one more time. Just 2 minutes have passed, and not even a single goal for both sides. So I think it's getting very, very close, because for Vicious, they're just fighting for their life right now, just at least trying to get a win. They have been trying. They have been getting very close at the beginning, but it never really ended how it started. So it's gonna be Violent G just going for the shot, and once again it's gonna be saved. And we're officially halfway in, and not even a single goal.
We do need to remember for Team Vicious though, they haven't played a league match, as it were, for a very long time. The last 2 matches against EGM and INS were cancelled. The last win was all the way back against Eagles. The last match, sorry, was all the way against Eagles, and that was a 3-1 win. So could there be some rust on the wheels almost for the team, not playing in the league for so long? Whereas we look at Skill Arena, their last game won 3-1 against Eagles. Now Ian with the ball. Over to Ali, a great pass. Looking for that reset, and he gets it, and it's a goal! He breaks the deadlock here. 1 minute 40 left to play. Ali with a beautifully worked goal. He got that reset off the ceiling, as you saw. Takes it down, bottom right corner. No one saving that.
Honestly, I was expecting a ceiling shot, and I think the defender was also expecting the same thing, but Ahel just had something else on his mind. He just went for the ground paint, and the placement and also the speed just looked really good together. It just did a really good job at making this one to be counting as a goal. So that's gonna be 1-0 for Skill Arena. So even though it's looking very close, it seems like Skill Arena, they are still having better aggression and better chances in the offense. They just knowing how to control the midfield and also build the pressure on the orange side. We have seen them doing this over and over again. So for Vicious, we have mostly seen them trying to defend their net from the beginning of the last game.
Yeah, definitely now Skill Arena wanting to make sure they get a second goal. Make sure that they can get that whitewash. Almost getting it from Ahil there, but Azul with a nice clean save. Azul with the hit. Over, and Violin G with a shot. Unable to get it. NSX double tapped it. Oh, and a great save there from Ander. And someone else, I believe.
Solid defense from Skill Arena. Just so many shots coming in. It just, if you look at how close those shots were, it's just like you're barely going to be having enough time to even react to them accordingly. But they are still able to defend and have that 1-goal lead. That is just incredible.
And as the time ticks down, that 5 seconds left. They're looking for anything as the time hits 0 and bounce on the floor. That game is finished, and Skill Arena take the game 1-0 and take the series 4-0. A whitewash for Skill Arena in the last game.
That is just incredible. If you look at Ael, he just got 9 shots in this game. That is just quite impressive. So, Skill Arena, they put their heart and soul into this game because they know that it's going to be a very close series. Both of the teams, like we say, they are just fighting to climb the standings, and they're having very close results. So, at the end, I think it's just the team who was doing the better job and just maybe having maybe even more motivation toward it. That's going to be winning the series. It just ended up being 4-0. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting this. I was expecting a draw just before the series gets to start, but what do I know? Just Rocket League, just
definitely
so unpredictable.
Definitely, Rocket League does have a way of throwing up random results. Now, Team Skill Arena is going to be starting to put pressure on Carnos Esports and Puncture, while Vicious is going to have to start looking over its shoulder at Syndicate and Lupus, who, if they get a couple of wins, Vicious could sort of be dragged down to that bottom 3, bottom 4.
I think it's just the communication. They're having their offensive plays, but it's just the communication is definitely lacking when it's in like under a lot of pressure. Like we have seen them just forgetting about their teammates, just going for so many solo plays, and like just in game 2, we have seen 2 great chances that could have been resulting in goals for Vicious, but it just those moments where he just forgot about his teammate, and somebody else was having a clear shot to be taken, but just couldn't really take it because his teammate just already went for it. So that was just disastrous for Vicious.
Yeah, definitely not a series that Vicious wants to remember But for Skill Arena, it's going to be all cheers, all fun, and maybe a party atmosphere in their Discord, in their party tonight. Maybe opening a few cans, a few bottles, and celebrating a well-deserved victory, a 4-0 whitewash over a team that has been with them neck and neck so far in this season 4.
I mean, GG's and well played for Skill Arena. That was impressive to get a sweep for a team like Vicious, for example. So GG's and well played, and for Vicious, hopefully they're gonna be learning the lesson to have better communication maybe next time. But once again, I think we're done from today's series. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Rydro, and I've been casting with Beasley Steven.
Yes.
What would you like to see you end this one with?
Sorry?
What would you like to say to end this one with?
Oh yeah, first cast for the league. Hopefully I'll be here a bit more. Had tremendous fun. Yeah, from what I've seen, the teams in this league are top tier. Like some of the plays, some of the goals, especially Ahil's goal on the 4th match. It's great. This league is gonna get so much traction, and yeah, I'm really enjoying casting and being here.
Well, it's also great to have you there. Like, it has been so much fun to be having you there. So thank you again for being there, and also hopefully we're gonna see you casting again here. Like, honestly, that was fun. And once again, thanks to the production team and everybody else at Ligaraketa. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you later.